So today I want to rant about the admirer role. Now, the admirer was originally a role that was supposed to be a confirming role to everyone, as you can go and see in the pre-videos of Town of Salem 2. You know, Pipetron has a couple of them. I'm sure you can find them around where you can see the admirer having a day ability and not a night ability, and that was a very interesting concept. I'm glad that they showed it rather than, you know, test it and not let everyone see it. But I'm glad also that the admirer isn't like a day confirming ability for another role, because that it would just be miserable. Because admirer would be, you know, busted like socialite is right now. But regardless, that's not the point. The point of this video is to talk about how the admirer has become a worse guardian angel. Now, the guardian angel from Town of Salem 1 is basically a role where you're given a target and you get to heal him twice, and these heals are powerful. They surpass so many things, like gasoline, hexes. I don't remember if it's. I don't think it surpassed hexes, but regardless, it was way more powerful. And in Town of Salem 2, it's become a town role rather than a neutral benign, which it was originally. And neutral benigns are gone. No more survivors, no more amnesiacs, no more guardian angels. None of them. It is what it is, you know? But regardless, the admirer has become more of a burden than it has a you know, a good thing, if that makes sense. Like, if you accept someone's proposal, you are life linked, which no person wants to be. Life linking is like the worst thing. If admirer wasn't a life link, it would buff the role immediately. The fact that admirer isn't a life link is already miserable in my eyes, because it's never worth it to accept somebody else's proposal when both of you are bruisable. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're a cleric or a crusader, bodyguard is already a little bit more questionable, but regardless, that's not the point. When you're one of those roles that can give the admirer protection, and you two can confirm each other and protect each other, that's one thing. But since most roles can't do that, then they're going to deny. They're not going to accept a proposal. And that really turns everyone into like, hey, I'm admirer, this guy didn't accept my proposal, he must be hiding something. No, I'm an investigator, and I don't want to die when one of us is attacked. I don't want to take down two people. Admirer really needs that buff. Now, ways that I would buff admirer. One thing, if you want to keep it lifelink, then it has to be 3 cures. And the cures have to be way more powerful. Cares, sorry, not cures, cares. It has to be 3 cares, and it has to be a lot more. There has to be more to it. For example, the way I would buff admirer is giving it 3 cares, and it can use a care the moment it's accepted. Another way I would buff admirer is not make the animation take up half the night. If you've ever noticed, the animation of the admirer takes up 20 seconds ish. I don't know. I don't have it counted. I don't. But what I do have is a memory of half the night going by and me only having half the night to think if I'm doing something or not. It locks you in. And other things that would buff it immensely is if the care also, you know, got rid of gasoline. I don't know if it does or doesn't, but I have memories of having an admirer and being burnt to a crisp, even though my admirer cared for me. So I don't know. I have memories. I don't have it on video right now, but I do have memories of that. And if it, for example, got rid of a hex. Now, the way that would do, what that would do, that would nerf the hex master, and the hex master really does need a bit of a nerf, because one of the big differences between Town of Salem 1 and Town of Salem 2 for the Coven, from what I can tell, is that Hexmaster is getting off way more hex bombs than ever before. Like, a hex bomb, you'd see one once a week in Town of Salem 1, maybe once every other week. Yeah, I see it every other game, in every other game. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but you see it a lot. You see it a lot. So if let's say if I'm an admirer, 7 is hexed, and I can remove the hex, but they don't know that he's removed, and suddenly the hex bomb isn't going off, I think that would be a little bit more interesting in my eyes. I don't know. I'm just ranting about how much I really dislike admirer as a role. See you all next time.